Season 2 of BMF is back and it's more revealing than ever. You guys are bringing the heat and we love to see it. Demetrius, I'll start with you. You play your father in this once in a lifetime role. I want to know, what was his reaction to your depiction of him from season 1? And did he give you any notes as you went into preparing for season 2?
He loved it. Like, he doesn't really give me notes. He just tells me what he wants me to do and what he wants me to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Loves everything I do. Everything I do, he loves my choices. That's like I have to ask him, what I think, but he loves what I choose to do and how natural I am and how I'm bringing the story to life and portraying him in a way that he wants to be portrayed. So he just loves everything. My family, my grandma, his mom, everybody's just so happy that our family is just stories being able to tell, being able to be told on TV and showing the world, just how much of a good man my dad was, so I'm glad.
Yes, we all are. You are doing an amazing job, by the way. Now, Myles, you're welcome. Now, Myles, you started acting at the age of 11, and you've had several roles before booking this role of Big Mickey. How has this experience and this character in particular affected you both personally and professionally as an actor?
Um, it was a big realization moment for me as an actor. Character development was big for me when it came to like portraying this role. I was portraying a real person, but I wasn't fortunate enough to have the essential source to talk to, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else did. So I had to pull from what was necessarily needed. And I was just more so a part of the experience as a whole. In my life though, in my career, big stepping stool, I'm grateful to have this blessing just placed in my lap and just take the ball and run with it, So it was amazing just working with Snoop Dogg and heavy hitters like Monique and Russell Hornsby, Wood Harris, my first project, he played my uncle, you know what I mean? So just reminiscing and full circle coming back to that, it was real fun, man, and experiencing. So I couldn't ask for anything else.
Definitely a full circle moment with that.
Yeah.
Demetrius, like I said, season 2 is coming in hot, and there are a slew of guest appearances and new characters that are joining you guys this season. In particular, like Myles said, the legendary and Oscar winner, Monique. What was it like working with Monique this season? Was she having you rolling? Was she like a mother figure to you? Spill the tea, Demetrius.
I love Monique. Monique literally was a mother to me. Like, she still is my mom. Like, from the first time I met her and we got on set and she was talking to me and I was telling her my story, she just told me how much she appreciated my story and how much she wanted to help me and just lead me in the right direction because she could see how hungry I am for it and how serious I treat it. So I really am blessed. We all are blessed that we were able to work with somebody like Monique. Russell Hornsby, Snoop Dogg, like veterans, people that have been doing it way longer than us, way longer than we've been alive, And it's good to soak up game and take different things, from veterans, and put them incorporate our own game. That's what I do a lot.
I can't wait for people to see you guys in action and on screen together, you and Monique. I just can't wait. Myles, take us into the mind space of B. Mickey this season. He has some tough decisions to make. Will we get to really get a peel back layer into what he's really feeling and thinking? Because I think he has these emotions, but we don't really get to hear them. We see them on his face, but we don't get to really,
I feel like B. Mickey's character is a big illustration of the human aspect of what a gangster or a corner boy, what would you call it, because all of those, niggas that be on the street or a gangster or what have you, they all have a backstory. They all have family. You know what I'm saying? They all have a story. And B. Mickey is that prime illustration of that. You're going to see a more spiritual side of him. You're going to see the first time him praying, talking to God. You know what I'm saying? And these are all humanizing, characteristics of this character, you know, and our real, you know what I'm saying, scenarios that a person that come from, you know what I'm saying, that system or that environment that can relate with. So that's where his head is at, and that's where you're going to see this next season will be making.
Demetrius, you also appear in the BMF docuseries on Stars that details the in-depth story of your dad, your uncle, and your family. I have to ask, how did your childhood and growing up with your father, we see you as a little baby, a little boy, but how did your childhood affect how you approached? Obviously, your dad gave you notes and what he wanted you to do, but how did you just growing up in that environment affect how you approach this character in this role?
Growing up, actually being around my dad and still talking to him every day, I know him. So I was more careful and more tedious in trying to portray him in the right direction, in the right way, because people don't know him. People don't know what they hear unless you were able to be around him back in the day. You know, people make up stories, documentaries, don't tell them in the right direction, in the right way, like, you know, that he wants to be told. Because my dad isn't the typical regular drug dealer, you know. He wasn't greedy, he was humble, he was calm, he wanted to help people, he wanted to give people freedom, financial freedom, he wanted to make everybody happy, you know. And it's not common you come across people like that.
And then curious, what do you hope people learn about your family? Because a lot of people feel like they know the BMF story. They are watching because it's the series, but they feel like, oh, I grew up with them. I know the whole story. But what do you hope people will learn about the Flannerys and your dad and your uncle and your grandma and your family? What do you hope people learn?
I just hope people see that we just have one big loving family that cares about each other and love each other, and we do anything for each other. And that's all we really need. You know, everybody goes through ups and downs, but it's all about staying there, you know, having their back, even when you go through ups and downs, and even when they're not around, you have to have the same loyalty, you know, not for just face value. I think a lot of people are caught up in face value. They forget the morals, you know, respect.
And before I let you guys go, Myles, whose idea, or Demetrius, I don't know who wants to chime in on this, but whose idea was it to switch it to Fridays, BMF Fridays? I think that's pretty cool. And I think a lot of people are excited about that. Can y'all talk about that, Myles?
Meech, I'm just as confused as you, yeah. But I was with it though. I was on the train. I was all, let's do it. BMF Fridays. But yeah, where does it come from, Meech?
Huh?
You don't know neither?
I don't know where it came from at all.
It's a good trend though. Just start it up, get the ring going for the show though. So I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't know. Somebody probably came up with that over there though. I don't know who came up with it. They didn't even let me know.